So let's go flying. We're sitting in my favorite decathlon. The engine started, you're sitting on my right shoulder. We're going through the post-start checklist. In a minute you'll see my instructor Rob Holland taking off on the runway ahead. Notice the angle of climb as he goes up. Maybe someday. We're done with the post-start checklist. Let's head out. Before we enter the airport operating area, we have to call ground for taxi clearance. There's only one controller in the tower, so response is kind of slow. She tells us to taxi to active runway 14 via the inner ramp. We're heading northwest now, paralleling the runway. We'll be taking off to the southeast. The runway's just ahead of us, but we'll make a stop first in the run-up area. We'll just snuggle up to this Cessna here to do the run-up and the pre-takeoff checks. Checklist complete, so we'll taxi to the hold short line. Once we're in position, we call the tower, tell them we're ready to take off, and which direction we're headed out. Traffic pattern is empty, so the tower controller clears us for immediate takeoff, with a right turnout for a westbound departure. Take a deep breath, and here we go. The Decathlon is just a trainer. It's not like a full-blown aerobatic ship, but even so, it jumps off the runway. That was about a 600-foot roll. Air's a little roly-poly this afternoon. Once above pattern altitude, we make a right turn towards the west and pull the power back for a 90-mile-an-hour cruise climb to 6,000 feet. "6,000 feet is the top of our altitude block for practice. We can now lower the nose and accelerate to 130 mile an hour fast cruise. We're just entering the practice area. You can see the power line below that we use for orientation. We'll drop the nose to pick up speed for an aileron roll. Aileron rolls are simple. You accelerate to 140 miles an hour, pitch up about 30 degrees, and apply full aileron. It's fun and not at all uncomfortable. Now one to the right. Before we get serious, we'll check the seat belts by rolling inverted. If you haven't fallen out by now, you're good to go. We're already at the far edge of the practice area, so we'll turn around. The competition turn is made at a bank angle of 70 degrees, steeper if possible. Now we'll try the first two maneuvers in the primary sequence. The 45-degree upline slows us down, but complicates the spin entry. We exit the 45 upline at just above stalling speed and chop the power. When down to 60 miles an hour, we kick hard right rudder, yank the stick back, forcing the stall. The spin begins. Stop the spin with opposite rudder on heading. The full power pullout gives us lots of energy for the next maneuver. Here's a reverse wedge. 45 upline, roll inverted. Pitch vertical down. Pull about 4 Gs to level. This kind of thing used to be scary. Here's a hammerhead. Pull vertical. Wait for the buffet as the airspeed leads off. Kick hard left rudder to pivot to vertical down. When the speed hits 120, pull back level. Now we'll try a 4-point roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nose ended up lower than it should have. I need more practice. Now for a loop. We need enough energy to get over the top, so nose down to 160 miles an hour, then level, then pull. To make a loop look nice and round, you have to vary the amount of pull depending on where you are. First more and more, then less as you float over the top, then a lot to get back level. Here's a half Cuban 8. Nose down for speed, level, then start it like a loop. We stop the loop on the 45 down line inverted. Establish a straight line segment, roll upright, equal length line segment, and pull out. Here's the primary sequence the way I'll be flying in the contest. Begins with the 45 upline. That slows us down for the spin. There's the stall warning horn. Spin's supposed to be exactly 1 turn. That wasn't exactly 1 turn. We've got lots of speed now for the half Cuban 8. We're at the edge of the box, so the half Cuban 8 will also help us reverse direction. There's the 45 down line inverted. Roll upright. Pull out. We're about in the middle of the box now, so we can do the loop. There's the loop, pretty much on heading. Now a competition turn to reverse direction again. And finally a slow roll. Rate of roll is supposed to be constant, which that obviously wasn't. Finally a wig-wag, a signal that we're done with the sequence.